Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 15 properties, and so let's get right to it. The first thing I'd add right before we do that, if you're coming to town this weekend, definitely fill in the form. You can meet us at Starbucks. You can join us on a tour of homes so you can start to get familiar with some of the home options that you have. So those are some things that we do. I think the buyer class is coming up probably in a couple weeks. I think I have to update the site. So let's get into today's list. And so we've got one, it's a one bedroom. It's on the fourth floor, so it has those nice high ceilings that we talk about as being, I think, a very, very prime thing. And if you look at the layout on this one, you probably end up paying probably a 5,000 premium by the time it's all said and done to get that nice ceiling, but it makes the whole suite look bigger. It's actually a really nice floor plan. So that one looks good. I like the price on it. I probably would have chosen the exact same price knowing what I know about this unit. Prosser Circle's 334.9, and so it's a two-bedroom. And it's funny, they said it's converted from a three, but it's basically they offer the two and three. It's not like it's anything fancy or special. But you know, it's okay. It's got a good floor plan inside. It looks like the floors have been changed over to laminate on both levels. I'd be interested to see what they did with the staircase, and then there's kind of a bonus room downstairs that you might use as an office, exercise room, maybe a small second family room, and that's it. 2-car parking in the driveway. Very competitive, this one here. Irving Terrace is at 389. It's a 1,500 square foot. It's called a Brent Grove model. Nice floor plan. It's a semi-detached. I just sold one with a finished basement in the low fours, like 408. And so at 389, this is actually a pretty good deal. And it looks like there's some hardwood floors here. There's the front dining room, and the kitchen's okay. I prefer the one that has the C floor plan or the C layout where you've got the counter that comes around, and then you've got a little area over here for the eat-in. But overall, it's good. You've got direct garage access here. It's fully fenced and it fronts onto the park, so you don't have any neighbors right off the front end, which has some value. So immediate possession, it looks like. So if you're willing to close quick on this one, maybe you get a pretty good deal. I do like that listing a lot. It's a very strong pick. Farmstead is $424,888. The only thing here is that you've got a rental until February 2013, and unless you can prove that one of your family members is moving into this particular home, it can be very hard to get rid of the tenants in an agreement. Now, the basement walkout might give you an opportunity to even provide maybe a two-family home. I still don't get these guys. Like, I know over on Ferguson, they've been selling in the 380s or so, depending on what kind of model you have. I don't know why these farmsteads are like 420. I just don't see the value in them. Andrews Trail is 424.9. It's a townhouse, and so it's a pretty big model. I think it says in the description it's about 2,200 square feet total. You kind of walk through your living area to get to your kitchen, but I still don't mind the floor plan. I think there's nice size on this one. The bedrooms are definitely good size. I think one's a little bit smaller, and then you've got a finished basement as well. 424.9. Maybe a little bit on the high side of fair, but it's not that far off. Prosser Circle, 427.9. This is a Westgate corner, about 1,750 square feet, and some decent upgrades inside. Well decorated. The glass shower, I think, is a must-have. Once you have a glass shower, I find it's very hard to go back to one of those enclosed ones. California shutters. And kind of the standard lot. The corner ones tend to give you a few extra feet wide, and they do sell for this price, and it looks like there's a rec room in the basement, which could certainly help them out. Cumming Boulevard, 439, semi-detached, and it looks like they've finished a 4th bedroom in the basement, hardwood floors. A lot of times in this area you're looking at parquet floor, so it may say hardwood, but it could be parquet, and it's something to look into. I don't have a lot of information about it. Fourth line is 459, and so it's a Poddington model. 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, bit of a busier street on 4th line. We just sold the same model with hardwood floors over on Yates for a little less than 450, so these guys might be a touch high. It seems like a lot of people with the single car detached homes are listing for high numbers, and I don't know if all of them deserve to be up in that range. But this one, it's okay. The pictures look a little dark. Cumming is about 2,250 square feet plus a whole area in the basement that's finished. 44 would be probably, I haven't checked into this, but probably be a record by a pretty large amount for this neighborhood. Um, yeah, the parquet, same kind of thing. I'm not sure if they can convince someone, even if you look at some of the Heathwood homes, the Azalea models that are 2,200 square feet, maybe not with a finished basement for 460, 470. Might be a bit of a tricky one. So this is coming can be a little bit busier because it's a feeder street for a lot of the crescents that come off of it. Highway 25, 489, double car garage, nice big bungalow. You're going to hear some noise on this one. You're 100 by 200 feet deep, and I do like the floor plan. I think that for what they've done in here and for the price point, it's certainly looking attractive. You just have to deal with a little bit of road noise. It's probably right before you start going up the hill, and it's south of 15 for sure. So Tyrone Crescent, Tyrone 499.9, and it's I believe it's 1937 square feet. It's actually a really good floor plan. It's one of the Spirit homes. I think it's a Plan 8 or something like that. Good design. I think you've got enough for a formal living dining room. You've got a big kitchen off to the side. Good upgrades. There's laundry up on the second floor. And overall, it's probably within range of where I'd expect it, but I don't know. I find that there's better value. Think about the one on Watson that I think just got an offer. I would sooner go to something like that with a finished basement, lose a little bit of square footage in a little bit more of a mature area. Jelinek is, we don't see these often. I can't remember the name of it. It's just over 2,000 square feet. 539 is the price. Good upgrades in this one, no complaints there. Photos, everything, design looks good. The only concern I would have is that you can buy the Quincy corners, which are probably 100, 150 square feet smaller than this. They can sometimes not have the staggered garage, and so the Quincy corners generally are gravitating in the low fives, even high fours. So at 539, these guys do offer a little bit more size, but is it worth the 30,000 jump? Hard to say. McGinnis is a bungalow with a loft upstairs, so there's 2 bedrooms on the main floor, 2 upstairs, and you've got a finished level down in the basement too. So a total of 4 bedrooms plus 4 washrooms. And I don't know if that picture's winning any awards, but it is what it is. So the basement, you've got a nice little quiet area here. It looks like you could watch a movie, you could play some pool, and it's a lot of fun. And I'll be honest, I saw some of these bungalows selling last year in the high 500s, and they didn't look as good as this. So these guys, I don't think are going to last very long. That finished basement is probably going to be like rocket fuel. But you think about the core audience of this home is they probably don't want a lot of stairs, so the loft could be for kids or grandkids or whatever else. The basement, are they going to be willing to spend most of their time down in the basement? Good news is the main floor is still a pretty good size here. You get a nice window in the front. Anyways, I think the value is good here, especially compared to what even sold 6 months ago. Nice stuff. Commercial, 624.9, and so we've got the upstairs is actually sort of a self-contained. I think it's a 3 or 4 bedroom apartment. I don't know how the green is going to sit with everybody. There's some very bold tile choices. You think about an orangey tile with a sort of a pinkish red and black marble countertop. It's certainly interesting. It's one of a kind. Now, I like some of the ceiling effects here. It looks like there's some skylights, relatively open concept, and there's even some blue tiles sticking around somewhere on this one. And it doesn't give a lot of shots of the commercial space. The only thing that I would ask to consider if you're looking at buying this home, look at the tax implications of buying a actual commercially zoned building. So you may be liable for some or all the tax that you would be for an investment or commercial property. So 624.9, I think they've dropped the price. 61 by 165 foot lot is a very nice size, and you can see the size of the yard on this one here too. So unique, different, potentially an investment property, but the price point might be a little bit high to get cash flow off of it. And Lancaster is 849. August 27th, their possession date. And if I remember this one from a couple years ago when they bought, very extensively upgraded. I have a feeling it's a, if I remember, this is all off of memory, but I think it's about 2,800 square feet plus the finished basement. And so when you read this stuff here, so a 6-burner gas stove, a 36-inch, is larger than almost anything you find. So that means custom kitchen work. We're talking about a Sub-Zero double-door fridge. Some of those can go up to $10,000. California shutters throughout. So you're really talking about top shelf upgrading. And just, I mean, for this price, there's a lot of homes that you can buy with premium lots and everything else. So you really have to be the kind of person who's okay with a standard lot, but some really fantastic stuff inside the home. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, give us a call. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to come check us out on the weekend, if you want to have a chat, talk about your plans, or even just get out and actually hit the ground and see some homes, all the options are available. So have a great day.